Jake LaPrairie and Zach DeVito. Coach, if you want to start us with an opening statement.
Well, first off, just real happy for the kids. This was something that was needed, most definitely. Coming off of last week and just trying to get that winning feeling. So proud of the kids that way for being resilient, especially getting down 4-0 with Braden on the mound. I thought for maybe the first time we were able to kind of pick him up, probably not as sharp as he's been, but at the same time, he was kind of on a short rope this week anyways. But just proud of our boys for hanging in there and getting down 4 and being able to land some punches and find a way to win. So just excited against a very good Grand Canyon team. So we know what we got in store for us, but round 1 goes our way, and we'll have to show up tomorrow ready to rock and roll.
Travis, I think Jacob LaPrairie weighs 155 pounds, right in that range. The wind helped his ball a little bit, but he gave it a pretty good ride to just how big was that for him to come up?
Yeah, I mean 155 is probably being nice, Garrett. No, I'm just kidding. But no, I tell the kids all the time, how they train and go about their business and stuff like that. Jake and I walked over here together to this press conference. I just told him I was proud of him because I thought he had a really good week of training, and it's why he got the nod tonight. And not only did he get the big hit that left the field that you're talking about, but he got the hit that kind of got the thing started too, that kind of got us off the snide. So he struck that ball well. Yeah, I know the wind was blowing a little bit out, but I think that ball had good spin to it. And, I thought he put a good blast on it. So happy for him for sure. Proud of his work and his investment. It hasn't been that easy for him out of the gate, but I think he's a tough kid, and he just kind of keeps coming. So a couple of big swings there for sure to help us win this one tonight.
The whole first 3.5 innings weren't going well. A lot of mistakes in the field, mistakes mentally. Braden wasn't pitching particularly well. Just what did it say that the guys were able to just rush that and get the job done?
Yeah, we kind of came out and we were kind of replicating or repeating some of the things you and I have spoken about, the little things that we talk about. And, we had a ball get by the catcher, and we had a pickoff at first base that gets into right field. Just some little things like that kind of put us behind the 8 ball. But, we talk about quick recovery athlete. We got to keep moving. We got to find a way. There's still a lot of baseball left. And the guys were able just to kind of stay singular and momentary and kind of one pitch at a time, and we're able to string a few things together, and Jake's big hit, obviously. But I think the thing is that we all know what Braden does for us every single time out. So, I think he's allowed to, maybe not be, and, kind of into that part of the season now where, feeling it a little bit. So like I told you earlier, we kind of had a thing going into this thing that we knew it was going to be kind of a bullpen deal. And I do want to, make sure that the bullpen gets talked about tonight because, from McDonald all the way down to DeVito, we played a lot of baton passing out there, and they did not score. So that certainly was big. I thought Tyler Hoffman, you and I spoke about this on the phone, coming in knowing that he was going to pitch in the 7th inning tonight, that was able to stay on course. I thought he was electric. And then, Mac had some good opportunities. Keegan got his feet back out there. That's good to continue to see. Campbell, I thought, too, made a big comeback because we went to the matchup because the left-hander that they ended up pinch hitting for, his numbers weren't great against left-handers. He fell down 3-0. Again, talking about staying singular and this pitch and all those types of things. He was able to land a strike, get a foul ball, and, do stuff like that and end up getting a ground ball, which I thought Colin made a nice decision there, throwing the ball to Simon, who was aware and alert at third base. So I thought that was big. And then, turn it over to Zach, and we've seen what he's kind of been doing. And right now he's kind of the guy that's at the end of the game for us right now. And, I'll tell you that last pitch of the game was a convicted pitch by him. It was actually a shake. from what was called. And, we talk about it all the time. It's not the pitch called, it's the execution of the pitch and the believability in it. And he knew what he wanted to throw and what he wanted to do in that situation. And for him to shake to that off-speed pitch and land it, that shows a lot of conviction and toughness and confidence. So real happy for him. So bullpen did a nice job tonight, picking up Olthoff and, like I said, some timely hitting, get us back in those winning feelings.
And what's your rotation for the rest of the weekend?
Well, we're going to go with Jack tomorrow, and then from there, I'm just going to call it TBD. So Jack will get the ball tomorrow and see how far he can drive this thing in there. Again, moving up a day, so we've got conference ahead, but that's down the road. We got a game that we got to win tomorrow, so he'll get out there, hopefully continue to do what he's been doing and get the game established and give our offense a chance to maybe get some big hits like we did tonight.
Thanks a lot. I appreciate it.
Gary, I appreciate you. Okay, thank you very much. Good night.
How's it going?
Pretty good. So, what was the pitch you hit? You gave it a pretty good ride. The wind may have helped it a little bit, but what did you feel? Because their outfielder seemed like he thought he had it for sure, and then suddenly he's turning around.
Yeah.
But what was your reaction when it went off the bat?
Off the bat, I mean, I knew I struck it well, but I didn't know if I struck it well enough. And I mean, it was a first pitch heater, and bases juiced, 2 outs. I looked in the dugout at Coach Jewett, and he just said, look for a ball right there. It's got to be right down the pipe, and it was. And yeah, I mean, it just happened in the moment.
How good a feeling is that? You guys obviously needed it coming off of last weekend and the way this game started.
Yeah, I mean, it felt really good. That was my first one. Which is really cool. And
so the media guide or the internet, their media guide on the internet lists you as weighing 155 pounds. Is that accurate?
Well, I think I'm yesterday before we work out every time we weigh in, and then yesterday I weighed in at a whopping 163. So moving up there.
You had a good high school career, obviously. Did you ever hit a shot like that to win it, to give your team the lead in a game like that, a home run? Do you remember?
Not to give us the lead, but my junior year I had a 2-run home run to tie the game in the semifinals against Edie White.
Okay.
Do you remember that?
And Jacob, did you hit the shrug celebration for that home run?
Well, a lot of the guys usually mess with me because I don't really hit that many BP homers. And like he said, the wind kind of was blowing out to right a little bit. And a big thing on our team, kind of jokingly, is wrap your bush, which means, aim for the foul pole. And a few guys told me that jokingly, and it was kind of like a, come on now, you know what I mean?
When you take a lead like that, there can be a tendency the other team can come right back. What can you say about the bullpen? No 5 innings, no runs.
I mean, it was just electric, And then to have them come in after that and just be shut down, it's really fun to play behind one, and then it gives the whole rest of the team just so much more energy, especially like coming off of a shutdown inning to go and then try and put up more runs and more runs, It's a lot easier to go out there and then really quick and then come back and be hitting, It's a really good feeling.
What was the feeling in the dugout going into that? I mean, you guys weren't playing well. It was still early. You were down 4-0, and then you come up and bat around and
Yeah.
one shot after the other.
I mean, I'd say we have a pretty energetic dugout, as a lot of people know, So I mean, I don't think spirits were ever down, and then once it started rolling, it just kept rolling.
Thanks a lot. Great game.
Thank you.
And we have Zach DeVito, freshman, third save of the season tonight.
Yes, sir.
After you came in, obviously the tying runs at the plate, pop up, strikeout. Is that pretty much exactly what you want to, how you want to dial it up when you come in there in that situation?
Yeah, for sure. I never want to come in there and give up those runs or like get more base runners on. So I want to go in there, pound the strike zone, get ahead early, and let Latham and I keep working.
So it said you shook off the pitch. I guess they called a fastball, and you threw a off-speed pitch. What pitch? What exactly was the pitch, and why did you feel like that was the one throw there?
Yeah. So during the season, I've been getting to a few 3-2 counts and throwing a few too many fastballs to where like they get hit. And so I've learned now, and I know I believe in all my pitches that I can throw for strikes. So I was like, this is the perfect opportunity to change it up right here. I know this kid's looking for a fastball. And so I had confidence in my slider, and coaches always say just land the pitch, and was able to execute tonight.
It was a really pretty pitch. I guess it went exactly where you where you wanted it to go.
I was looking at that spot, and it hit.
How big a win was this for you guys? I mean, obviously last weekend didn't go the way you wanted. You were down 4-0 in this game, and then totally turned it around.
Yeah, for sure. The wall hasn't been slapped in a while until tonight. Rough weekend. Hitters got back on track tonight, hitting the ball around the field. Bullpen and all the staff has been doing pretty good for the most part all season, and bullpen continued to do their job, and hitters struck the ball well tonight, and we came out on top.
Thanks a lot. Great job.
Appreciate it. Thank you.